Hello guys, my name is Putri Syakirah with NPM A1B020058. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Diah Indah Relinsa with NPM A1B20074.
Hello, my name is Diki Wahyudi. My NPM is A1B020043.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Estu Catur Prasetyo, NPM A1B020067.
Hello, my name is Tera Amelia with NPM M1B020079. Thank you.
Hello guys, my name is Tiara and my NPM is A1B020042.
Hello, my name is Yesri Meysausie and my NPM is A1B020077.
Hi guys, my name is Yanri Danica Sinebang, NPM A1B0200048.
Hello guys, my name is Viere Shimponyta Luri with NPM A1B020066. Thank you.
Hello sir and hello everyone. My name is Wina Septiana. My NPM is A1B020072. Thank you.
Okay everyone, Amanda will explain about the first material about lexical and auxiliary verbs. Lexical. Lexical meaning refers to the sense meaning of a word lexeme as it appears in dictionary, also known as semantic meaning, denotative meaning, and central meaning. Contrast with grammatical meaning or structural meaning. Auxiliary verbs. An auxiliary verbs, a helping verb as it's also called, is used with a main verb to help express the main verb's tense, mood, or voice.
Okay, I will explain the next material. Every full non-elliptical VB includes a lexical verb, and it may contain one or more auxiliary verbs. Here's the list of auxiliary verbs: be, have, and do. These three can also be lexical, talk with different senses, and can or could, will or would, shall or should, may or might, must and need.
In a sequence of verbs, it is always just the first verb, whether lexical or auxiliary, that displays the tense distinction between present and past. Auxiliary verbs, if present, always precede the lexical verb. The form of a verb is determined by the verb that precedes it. Tense and time. Tense is a grammatical category which is marked by verb inflection and expresses when an event or action happens in the flow of time. Time is a concept which is related to our perception of reality. There are three times: past, present, and future.
Okay, next material, tense and times. English has just two tense are marked by inflection of the verb. First, past tense, we use a talk. Present tense, we use a talks. Other tense are marked by auxiliaries like be and have. Past continuous, we use a was or were talking. Past perfect, we use a had talked. Past perfect continuous, we use a had been talking. Present continuous, we use a am, are, or is talking. Present perfect, we use a have, has talked. Present perfect continuous, we use a have or has been talking. As future time is expressed with the modal will plus infinitive and not with inflection. The form with will are will talk, will be talking, will have talked, will have been talking. Next material, the contrast between lexial and auxiliary verbs. The two most important differences between lexial and auxiliary verb are these. First, in question, auxiliary verb can move in front of the subject, and B, a lexial verb cannot. The negative particle not or not can attach to an auxiliary verb but never to lexial verb. Another distinction between auxiliary and lexial verb: when a verb follows a lexial verb, it can be introduced by the infinitive particle to, but not when it follows an auxiliary verb.
Okay friends, I will explain the next material about modal auxiliaries and the perfect auxiliary. Modal auxiliaries. Modals are always tensed or finite. They do not have untensed or non-finite verbs. This distinguishes modals from the primary auxiliaries do, have, and be, and from lexical verbs. The following modal auxiliaries are: in present tense, can, will, shall, and may, while in past tense, could, would, should, and might. Next, the perfect auxiliary. Auxiliary have is described as the perfect auxiliary. Perfect have is always followed by another verb or ellipsis aside. This was illustrated in Jisoo has or had filled the pool, or Seokjin has or had written nothing. Well, that's a brief explanation from me. The next material will be explained by Tiara.
Okay, I will explain the next material. The progressive auxiliary. The progressive auxiliary is auxiliary verb be when combined with an ing participle to from the progressive aspect. It must be distinguished from the passive auxiliary. For example, Lucas is singing tonight. Hyunjin was reading his paper. Note: progressive aspect indicates that an action or situation is ongoing. The passive auxiliary. This is the auxiliary verb be which is combined with the ed participle of a verb to form the passive. For example, my heart was stolen by Win-Win. Where auxiliaries fit in the structure of VB, auxiliaries are verbs that take VB complements. They demand a following VB.
Okay, this is for example, you should have written an essay. Subject, there is noun phrase and verb phrase. You is noun phrase and verb phrase. There are modal auxiliary is should, and verb phrase there is perfect auxiliary is have, and verb phrase there is verb tense is written, and easy in the noun phrase of verb phrase. So each auxiliary verb is the head of each verb phrase and takes a verb phrase complement. Auxiliary verb phrase and adverbials. How do adverbials interact with this further verb phrase? As you can see from the following, adverbials can occur between verbs. 1. That hippo could easily have killed me. 2. Eunha might just have been teasing you. A favorite position for adverbials is the position following the first auxiliary. Let's see. Subject there is noun phrase, that hippo is noun phrase, and verb phrase there is modal auxiliary and verb phrase. For modal auxiliary or past, there is could, and adverbial phrase there is easily, and perfect auxiliary there is have, and verb tense there is could, and the last for verb phrase there is noun phrase is me.
Okay, I will explain the next material. Part 2. Construction that depends on auxiliary. In this part, there are 3 sentence construction that closely involve auxiliary verbs. Number 1, passive sentence. Number 2, negative sentence. Number 3, question. Passive sentence. In a passive sentence, the person or thing doing the action or the agent is usually preceded by the word by. For example, number 1, Diah was driven to the concert by Tera. Number 2, nowadays, black kites are protected by law. Number 3, Max was fired by the boss. For example 3 diagram can be seen in the PowerPoint.
Negative sentence and auxiliary do. The rule for forming negative sentence with the negative vertical note is this. Negative vertical is not placed immediately after the tense auxiliary. In negative sentence with note, auxiliary do is required to carry the tense in the absence of any other auxiliary. For example, Brian did not dance. Questions prompting the tense auxiliary. The rule for forming the question is this. The tense auxiliary verb moves in front of the subject. Example, Brian was dancing becomes, was Brian dancing?
The next material, more on have and be. Have, surprising, so have can be have like an auxiliary or like a lexical verb, even when it is functioning as a lexical verb. All the following are grammatical. Functioning as a lexical verb, behaving like a lexical verb. A. Do we have any garlic? B. We don't have any garlic. Functioning as a lexical verb, behaving like an auxiliary. A. Have we any garlic? B. We haven't any garlic. B. B is more regular in its irregularity. It always behaves like an auxiliary, whether functioning as auxiliary or lexical. Only 1.I are grammatical. 1. Functioning as a lexical verb, behaving like an auxiliary. A. Was Kubla extravagant? B. Kubla wasn't extravagant. 2. Functioning as a lexical verb, behaving like a lexical verb. A. Did Kubla be extravagant? B. Kubla didn't be extravagant.
언젠가 지나갈 거야 결국에 알게 될 거야 So what you waiting for? 1, 2, 3, 4 Don't stop